Social Justice Day is a day that we devote as a school to educating ourselves about a social justice issue or two and begin to examine and explore the work of journalists who are pursuing urgent topics.
Larry's work is amazing, and we're really, really lucky to have him here with us today.
It's 1/10 of all the children in the world. That's a lot of kids. 85 million work in deadly hazardous conditions.
Is there anything that could actually be done to stop this?
I've realized how hungry the youth are today for learning more about issues that exist outside of the classroom. The Abominable Crime was a really good documentary for this school to experience as our first documentary together.
Man was killed after a heated argument with men who labeled him as homosexual.
I think it might have been really the first time that we as a community thought about what the intolerance that some of our students experience looks like somewhere else in the world.
Longing to live free. Longing to live free in this skin.
In this skin.
This skin.
This skin.
This skin.
This skin.
The creation of the choreography was a natural way for them to dance out their feelings and their thoughts about the abominable crime and the connections they started to make.
A lot of emotions came out in me reading about it because I didn't know that someone could treat their own kid like that.
Bringing this into our school and us, we're not even that old, it's hard. It really opened our eyes to what's going on around us.
The students have also created artwork around issues of importance to them, visual arts, and that can look like a number of different things. The spoken word performances, the poetry, is a favorite of the school, and it seems to really move the student body.
People get to speak about what they feel strongly about, and they get to express it.
You're actually helping your peers be more well-rounded and understanding of the problems around the world.
It's great to see the growth from day one versus actual Social Justice Day, where you can see the whole turnaround, where they're actually, reciting their poetry with vigorance, with energy.
Why were they given this life? Working in industrial institutions was their only hobby because that's all they were capable of doing. Making the clothes and the jewelry that we wore on our skin and threw in the trash once it was out of style. For what?
But we could all speak up for a child being beaten down. But being thankful for what we already have. But thinking twice before our wants become our needs.
And so when they meet these journalists, their dreams of maybe doing the same thing are no longer as far-fetched.
What got you interested in doing this kind of photography?
Okay, I've been a photographer since I was a quote-unquote photographer since I was in junior high, okay? I got very serious about it when I was your age.
Immediately I knew exactly which kids were gonna be that's me.
It's very important for these students to be exposed to issues like this at this point, because now is when they're starting to plan the footprint of how they're going to affect the world.
Without the Pulitzer Center as an urban school, we wouldn't have the funding to bring such amazing visitors to our program.
Social Justice Day doesn't necessarily have to be a whole big school-wide project as we do here. It could be something in the classroom. It can be a discussion.
How does this make you think about the global good? What is the global good versus the local cost, and is it worth it?
We have to buy clothes and food and materials, for daily living.
If we boycott all their products, then we're basically wiping out, in the long run, third world countries.
So you raise a good point. Maybe the solution is not necessarily stop buying the stuff, but fix why it's wrong.
Go both ways, because it could either work out for people and the conditions could get better, or they could stop making it and they're gonna go find another place to make money where they're still gonna be treated as bad or maybe even worse.
Thank you.
One of my goals is to help students begin to develop specific habits of mind that help them to be more globally competent, more globally sensitive, more globally aware.
This type of outreach is important because students today are the ones that are going to be making decisions in the not too distant future.
It's just an awesome tool of engagement to get the students involved in not only just global issues, but issues that affect them. And through that process, once they're engaged, you can teach them anything.